If the drill is the heart of a mining operation and the ore is its lifeblood, then the conveyors that transport ore to the treatment plants and onwards to the ports for shipment are its arteries. And we all know what happens when arteries cease to function. This story originates in Australia, one of the world's largest exporters of iron ore and coal. But it carries an important message for mining operators all around the world. In the Australian outback, mine operators pit their equipment against some of the harshest conditions in the world. Abrasive iron ore and coal dust and corrosive salt can infiltrate or corrode the best equipment man can build, reducing operating life to a fraction of its design potential. In ideal conditions, the pulley systems on these iron ore conveyors would run for many years. But in Australia's harsh Pilbara mining region, they routinely fail in as little as 9 months. Replacing them is costly and hazardous, and downtime is expensive. Blocked arteries are life-threatening. But now, Australia's resource sector has found a solution. This is Enviropeel, a sprayable thermoplastic coating originally developed to protect bolted interfaces from corrosion in exposed locations like offshore gas and oil rigs. Now an engineering breakthrough has harnessed the unique properties of Enviropeel to provide long-term protection to mining conveyor pulley bearings. The bearing housing is sprayed to provide protection against ingress while in store. Prior to the introduction of Enviropeel in the Pilbara region, 44% of all stored components needed to be reworked before use as a result of rust and the ingress of dust into the bearing grease. The use of Enviropeel for protection while in storage eliminated that problem completely. The coating provides protection literally for years. This brought about significant savings, but the major breakthrough came when tests were carried out to see what would happen if the protective coating was left on the bearing housing while it was operating. The main concern was that the bearing would overheat as a result of the Enviropeel acting as an insulator, but this concern was quickly resolved with bench trials. Trial-coated bearings were installed at the giant BHP Billiton iron ore plant at Port Hedland and Rio Tinto's Dampier salt operation, and their performance carefully monitored. Again, no overheating and no interference with the operation of the conveyor. Use of Enviropeel to protect conveyor pulley bearings is now standard operating procedure at BHP Billiton and Dampier salt, with spectacular results. The first bearings installed are still operating like new, with no wear signals at all, after more than 3 years. Remember, these bearings were routinely failing after 9 months exposure to these harsh operating conditions. The technique is also being adopted by some of Australia's biggest coal mines. Pulley protection is the most spectacularly successful use of Enviropeel, but it is also winning growing recognition as a protective coating for components in store or in transit. Components can be individually sprayed for complete protection. Enviropeel is environmentally friendly. It contains no volatile organic compounds and can be recycled again and again. Enviropeel releases corrosion inhibitors onto the protected substrate. It's environmentally friendly, and waste material from the application process and even material recovered from stored components can be recycled many times. Enviropeel releases corrosion inhibitors onto the protected substrate, and the material can be peeled back to allow inspection, then resealed using the slugger, a portable handgun. Enviropeel is proving to be one of the most versatile and valuable maintenance and protection systems in the resource industry. So, if blocked arteries are a concern for your business, isn't it time you checked out Enviropeel?